Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Good evening to everybody. I hope everyone is having a great day out there. Glad to have y'all here for another update. So, yes, you did read the title correctly. You did see the thumbnail correctly. We are seeing the potential of maybe a bit of severe weather that could work its way up there towards maybe the Midwest, the Ohio Valley. So we'll definitely be diving into that here right now, actually. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's well. We're going to go ahead and hide these bottom radar views and stuff like that. We had those up earlier for this morning's coverage in Florida. Anyway, so we're gonna dive right on into it. This has actually been between the support of the GFS and the ECMWF, which is the two main models, obviously, whenever it comes to severe weather forecasting or just forecasting in general. So what's a little concerning here is that as we approach our way into Thursday and really Friday, we're going to have the potential of seeing a decent amount of instability. It's not anything massive, but it is definitely interesting. We possibly could have some of that potential energy working its way as far up as basically central and southern Michigan, according to the GFS model. We definitely could see a little bit of that. And on top of this instability, overall, whenever it comes to this event here, we do have some pretty strong wind shear, accompanied with it as well. Probably right around 40 knots. Now, obviously, this is still a couple days away. This is for Friday, but it is within a reasonable standpoint, 123 hours out, which is reasonable for long-range forecasting. But yeah, so we have the strong wind shear, which, obviously, in this case, I wouldn't say it's going to be 100% a tornado threat as of now. But if it does remain this way, this is the kind of ingredients you would need for the possibility of, some tornadic activity. But we'll have to see how that actually plays out there. But yeah, no, anyways, the models definitely have been talking about this for a little bit here. It's something I wanted to watch out there for. Also showing areas out there possibly by like Missouri, maybe getting up into a little bit of that activity as well. Maybe eastern Oklahoma, according to GFS. Now, obviously, this should be taken with a grain of salt right now. This is obviously nothing that you should, freak out about or anything like that as of right now. Like I said, there still is, that uncertainty to some degree. But as of now, the last couple of GFS ECMWF runs, they've been talking about the possibility here for maybe a little bit of severe weather here happening basically late Thursday, potentially. Starting late Thursday and going through late Friday overall. What's up, Marley? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Glad to have you here. What's up, SPC? Hope you're doing all right. Kimberly, Sugar. Hope you're doing good, guys. Glad to have y'all here. But yeah, so we'll definitely need to look out there for that. Now, also, when it comes to the European model, whenever it comes to instability and stuff like that, the model does have some pockets of, I wouldn't say high, but decent enough instability to possibly spark off some strong to severe storms. And you can see also here come for basically later Friday, how we could have some of that instability working its way possibly out there towards the Ohio Valley, including like Ohio, Indiana, and a little bit of kind of spotty type of instability a little further south. Let's see here. What's up, guys? Will there be severe weather in far southeast Michigan? Honestly, I'm going to say right now the odds or the confidence is still a little low for all that. But honestly, it'll be close. It'll be close. I mean, more than likely, it'll be right there by the Indiana area, which, depending on trends, in future model runs and stuff like that, if it does decide it wants to shift a bit more to the north, it has that wiggle room. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Let's see. What's up, Ponderosa? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Memphis. Yeah, so Memphis will possibly be in the zone, maybe of seeing a bit of, severe weather activity. I mean, we'll have to see how that rolls through. And the instability is pretty low, like I said. The instability is not obviously the highest. Considering these areas up here, I mean, obviously for this time of the year, it rarely gets severe weather in general. It's a pretty rare thing to see severe weather for this time of the year up as far north as these regions here. But you are going to be passing through, or the instability, I should say, for severe weather is going to be passing through that region. So we'll definitely need to be watching out there for that. Yeah, we have a little bit of an opening of a window. The cap, according to the GFS, is also broken here, so it should allow for convection to freely kick off. So that is, and that's definitely something we should, definitely keep an eye out there for. I do want to look at something on the European model, though. I kind of saved a lot of it here to go over with you guys here in the live stream. Do they not have supercell composite on the? I guess they don't. I guess they don't have supercell composite here on this website for ECMWF. Let's see here. What's up, William? Hope you're doing good. I've been wanting some storms in Louisville. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I've been wanting a good storm or two lately as well. We have a couple storms still going on down in Florida. I'm going to go ahead and briefly pan over to the radar real quickly. A little bit of an off-topic thing here, but we do got a couple of severe storms popping through out there, kind of just east of Louisville, or sorry, east of Orlando, my bad. I was used to talking about that one person's comment talking about Louisville. I had Louisville still in my head there. But we do have one severe warning. This is kind of for eastern Orlando overall. We did actually report at the airport of Orlando. We reported winds around 43 miles an hour. We also did get a bit of hail report out there by Gotha, which is basically west Orlando. So we got some hail. We got some not damaging winds, but strong winds. So strong winds and some hail we've been reported out in the region. We still have a warning in place here for the possibility of quarter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts going on there. No tour possible, and obviously the main event here that we've been seeing today, I covered a little bit of it. I was out of it this morning. The main event is mostly over for the most part. I mean, a lot of it's pushing off out into the Atlantic at this point, so, that's what's going on there. Let's see here. Hello from the boot heel of Missouri. What's up, Keto? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. But anyways, let's go and hop on back here. I'm going to grab some soundings. I really wanted to save that to, go over with you guys in the new model run and stuff like that. I've been, paying attention in the previous runs and all that. So we're going to grab one across central Indiana. Once again, this is for Friday. This is for Friday here overall whenever it comes to it. So it looks like we're going to be pretty warm. Temperatures are going to be around 61 degrees. Dew points are a little iffy right now. The wind shear is there. To possibly allow for maybe a bit of, possibility of, some organization going on with the wind shear profile that we do have and all that stuff. Hotographs, like I said, if for tornado probabilities, this probably wouldn't cause much of any tornadic concern, at least from this sounding that I'm seeing right now. But we can see, the potential hazard type is marginal severe. So, like I said, possibility that a couple of these storms could possibly be severe out there. And like I said, the instability also builds into portions like Louisiana. We're going to grab a sounding out there as well and see what's going on down there. Wow. Really dry mid-level atmosphere there. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I got a pretty dry mid-level atmosphere there. Wind shear, not looking too much different, actually, from down south up north. I don't think tornadoes would be a main problem, honestly. The more I look at this, I think it's probably going to be more maybe towards wind damage concerns. Um, I don't know. We'll have to definitely keep an eye out there for it. And model's actually a little bit further down the line. Does show another open window for the possibility of some coastal severe weather out there by Texas for the 11th, but at that point, that's too far out. I don't like looking that far out there, guys. I mean, at maximum, like I said, 5 days is about what I usually forecast, unless I see some serious support, in which that is what we're seeing here. Let's see. Concern for Auburn, Illinois, just under Springfield for Thursday and Friday. So, obviously, right now for those regions, you can see that there is still kind of a cap in place. So what that basically is saying that there's a warm layer in the atmosphere, the lower level atmosphere, which is preventing thunderstorms from potentially occurring. Now, there is also another side to this. The GFS, this model's never really been the best at, showing you where your instabilities or your instability values. It's never really been the best of that, as well as, essentially showing the cap. It's not really been the best model to do so. I'm really curious, like I was saying in chat earlier, I'm really curious to see how the mid-range models, like whenever NAM comes through, plays this out, I'm a little curious to see how that happens, and what that model, or those models show, like the NAM and the RAP model, whenever you get the short range and all that stuff. So, but yeah, Illinois, honestly, at this point, still a little bit unknown, but it seems like we do have an open window with no cap. Just, a good amount of potential. Like I said, there's not a lot of instability, but for this time of the year, I mean, it can make it work. It definitely could make it work. I mean, we're seeing upwards of maybe 500 joules per kilogram. Like I said, could cause maybe an isolated marginal severe storm. I mean, it's not going to be like an outbreak or anything like that, but it's going to be the potential of storms, actually. There could be a bit of lightning, could be a bit of thunder in it as well. Considering we have instability to do that, could be a possibility. So we'll definitely need to look out there for that. Anyways, let's see. SPC is talking about potential more potent storm system late weekend into the following week, says Justin. Interesting. Did they mention that on their website here? Let's see. See what they talked about here. So obviously this is for day 4 to 8 here. So they're talking about possibly lingering in the day 6 portion of the south central states, greater potential, possibly a few more pattern evidence for the south. Large scale, strong action of short wave trough over day. Wednesday towards Dakotas. Disability, okay. So yeah, we'll have to. Let me actually pull up what you call it. Let's see. We'll pull up the jet stream here and see what's going on. So obviously, right now we have this kind of big high pressure getting ready to build into towards the southern plains here. So basically, we have a high pressure that's going to be building in towards like Texas, which right now they're still in that low. And whenever it comes to, we have the big trough that dips its way down into, we're going to be working its way out there towards the Caribbean. Another low just off the coast of California. And then obviously you got the jet stream. You got the jet stream going up, going down. Classic. So yeah, big differences in the weather patterns here with all that going on. So we got some storms to the east, storms to the west, and a big blocking high pressure ridge across portions here of the Central Plains, or the central U.S., I should say, not just the plains. But then later on, as we approach our way down in time here, for Friday, like I was saying, it looks like we're going to have a little trough here, which is going to allow for the amplification of wind shear to occur. So giving it enough wind, I should say, for storms to potentially fire off here. Like I said, once again, instability is fairly weak, but it definitely could marginally produce some severe weather. Definitely does seem like a possibility. I mean, like I said, this does cover a lot of these regions that we've been mentioning in the thumbnail. So we'll have to, we're going to have to watch this for the next couple of days here. I'm really curious. I mean, like I said, it's not like super far out either. I mean, within reasonable time frame. Within reasonable time frame of looking at. I mean, like I said, this is literally for this in particular frame. This is for one forecast hour 123. I mean, this is for basically evening, kind of afternoon of Friday. Let's see here. I don't think I've ever seen severe weather in February here in Michigan. Yeah, honestly, it's like I said, this is definitely kind of a rare system to be doing that. Let's look at the temperatures. Curious to see what the temps are going to be out there. Wow, yeah, definitely getting warm. Look at that, going to be in the 60s, mid 60s. Going to be quite a warm up for you guys. Yeah, you can see that moisture advection there. I mean, it's obviously not too much moisture, but we do have some localized regions of dew points in the 50s, which obviously could work. I mean, could work. It's on the low end scale, but potential for a cold core setup out there. Could get a bit of cold core event rolling through here. Yeah, the moisture supply out there by the Gulf, it obviously is a bit more higher there because they're right directly influenced with all that warm moisture from the Gulf. Let's see. Thank you, WW. I got a lot of weather anxiety. I get it. I get it. Like I said, there's no reason to be scared. I just wanted to mention it to you guys because I've been looking at it in the models, and I was like, hey, you know what? It's about time we should probably talk about this because if this did play out, this would actually be pretty rare. Quite a rare system here. I mean, like I said, models theoretically show enough instability. Theoretically show the strong enough wind shear. I mean, even during this time of the year, with low end amounts of instability like we have, and like I said, this is not a lot of energy available, but there is enough, I think, to spark off severe weather. Especially, in a low CAPE, a low instability environment, a low instability, high shear environment, so strong winds. Like I was saying, that jet stream that we were going to have over here, I mean, it's pretty, I wouldn't say it's strong, but it's decent. It's definitely decent. Especially, actually, the mid-levels are pretty strong, believe it or not. We do have some pretty strong mid-level winds out there, about 80 knots potentially. Obviously, that could definitely range. But yeah, no, the winds are there. The instability is there. I mean, like I said, if you have a low CAPE, high shear environment, that could do some magic. So we'll see. Is there a tornado coming near Cleveland, Ohio? No way to tell that, but I'd say more than likely no. I'd say actually no. Let's see here. Will Florida get hit again? Not anytime soon. I mean, obviously we have this bit of a disturbance that rolled its way through the Caribbean, or rolling through the Caribbean, I should say. And of course, after the event, probably not. I mean, yeah, looking out this far, the next shot of potential instability is like 200 hours out, which is way beyond the area you should look at. I mean, you shouldn't look out that far, but for this event, it's right at the edge of where it becomes, within a reasonable time frame of looking. Let's see. We'll hit Nebraska. I doubt it. No, this seems more like a concern for like the western Ohio Valley, and possibly the western southeast. Let's see. What about Buffalo? Like I said, we don't really cover Buffalo too much, but it looks like it becomes capped out because that's for the morning of Saturday as the event kind of rolls through the region. So that's going to basically bring back those storms to non-severe. I mean, honestly, not even anything worth a concern out there. Yeah, I mean, you can see there's not even any instability available in those regions. So yeah, it's mostly just a concern out there for some of these regions. All right. Let's see here. Good morning, Logan. I don't know why you said good morning, but for me, I guess it's morning. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I woke up at 6 o'clock p.m. Like I said, I've been in night shift mode, you guys. Been asleep during the day, awake during the night. Let's see. I'm trying to say, will it hit northeast? No, Nebraska. Oh, I thought you were going off abbreviations. Okay. For the Northeast, no. Like I said, instability thins out and becomes nothing as it rolls into the Northeast. This is just, once again, this is just kind of a concern, I think, for like the Midwest and Ohio Valley and portions of the Southeast. Will Central Missouri get severe weather? Central Missouri, obviously, when it comes to it, it seems like a pretty capped environment. But once again, GFS has never really been good at determining that this far out. Instability-wise, I mean, theoretically, there could be enough instability. But like I said, the model right now does show a pretty heavy capping inversion in place, which, you know, if this was to actually play out as the model is suggesting for this specific region at this specific time, then probably not. So we'll have to see. We're gonna hop up to European model again, guys. We're gonna see what's going on here. Let's go ahead and actually move our way towards Ohio Valley. Yeah, we'll do the Ohio Valley view. Okay, so work way down in time with the instability. Yeah, once again, like I said, it's not a whole lot of instability, but there is some pockets that, you know, potentially could be in that severe realm. I mean, like I said, you'd be surprised with, you know, the combat between wind shear and instability of how you could get severe weather occurring. Like I said, if you have a low amount of instability, but you have some pretty strong winds, that can organize into severe weather. Let's see. How about those tornadoes in northern Florida and Georgia? What about them? They did pop off. Like I said, that event's mostly over though. We still got one severe warning out there in Florida, like we were talking about here a minute ago. But for the most part, the event's pretty much over. Do I know if winter will be making a comeback anytime soon? It really doesn't seem like too much activity with winter weather coming up, unfortunately. Let me bring up the model here. We're gonna actually hop over here. Oh wow, I messed up my scenes here. Hold on, I need to change that real quickly. Is it that one? Nope, it's not that one. Is it that one? Nope, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's that one. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, times in the top left, guys. We're looking at the extended range now. So obviously, in the current view of things, you know, we still have that big bucket of moisture down here in the southeast, and a really impressive low slamming up against California right now, 979 millibars according to GFS there, which is like almost like hurricane-like conditions potentially out there in some areas. It's not a hurricane though, like I said, definitely not a hurricane. Anyway, so as we approach our way into the 6th and 7th, it looks like there could be a bit more, you know, winter concerns. You know, a bit more of a winter threat popping through across the west here. Steele says threat level 5 out of 5. Yeah, there is a high risk for flooding. The highest level there is here. We'll go ahead and show you guys that here in a second. But there is a bit of you know, a bit of snowfall falling across some of those regions there overall. But yeah, really anytime soon. I mean, like I said, we're not really seeing too much of anything really significant. I mean, anything past this point is not reasonable to look at. I mean, it's little bit ways away down. I mean, there is a low. That low pressure system, so this is actually the one that could possibly spark off that severe weather out there. There is a low pressure system here for the 9th that could kick off across portions here of the upper states, you know, the upper Midwest, maybe the northern plains overall. So that's a possibility, and maybe there could be some snow out there, possibly towards like, you know, North, South Dakota, maybe Montana. You know, some of those regions possibly could get a bit of snow out of that, but honestly, yeah, I mean, really no big snow events coming through here. But anyways, steel, yeah, the threat level, the maximum threat level is due to this. Here, let me hop you over here. We got a really catastrophic condition or impacts going on right now for the day 1 outlook. I mean, look at this. We're at a level. Why is all my scenes messed up? Here, let me fix this. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Is it this one? There we go. Yeah. So there you go. So we got that high risk there, which is, you know, maximum level there for flooding. Big problem out there. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and I'm I'm going to bring up the places here. Turn that on. There we go. So yeah, like LA and those regions out there is in a real big issue right now, with all that flooding that's kicking off there. Is a severe weather threat mostly for flooding then? What, the upcoming severe weather that we were talking about? That would be mostly, I think, for winds. Mostly some gusty winds, maybe some damaging winds. But obviously right now we have a huge problem with flooding out in California. This also leads into the day 2 outlook here. I believe tomorrow has a bit of still a high risk for Los Angeles. So let's hop to day 2 outlook. Yeah, another level 5, or another maximum level, I should say. It's actually a level 4 out of 4. The flooding scale goes to 4, but I don't have a marker that says 4 out of 4. I just have the maximum threat level, 5 out of 5, which is a high risk consideration, which we are in a high risk here. But yeah, Los Angeles, I mean, we got Riverside area included, and all kinds of issues out there with that. With all that popping off and all that stuff. But yeah, so big problem. If you live out there in California, obviously, heads up to you guys. Questions. Do I think we'll actually see an early spring? Honestly, I mean, there's going to be points in time where we're going to have some pretty decent snows, I still think. I mean, I think here soon we could be introducing to maybe a bit of warm air across the country. Why is all my scenes all messed up right now, dude? Let's see here. There we go. I don't know what's going on, man. Okay. You know what? I'm actually going to pull up the Climate Prediction Center here. We're gonna see what's going on within the next couple of weeks with the CPC's outlook here in terms of what they're talking about. I might even be able to pull up on this one. Yeah, we'll just do that. Let's go and hop over here, y'all. So we got this view. So this is the current activity that's been popping off here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that. CMC, I forgot where it's at. It's under here somewhere. It's not Mezzo. Maybe it's under forecast. Oh. Yeah. CPC, here we go. Precipitation, let's actually turn off the radar and stuff too. We'll turn off mean sea level pressure and met our observations. There we go. So now we can kind of see like the overall outlook area. So yeah, a lot of the central and east here, I mean, obviously it's going to be in the realm of above average precipitation coming up for the next week or so. Also southwestern, believe it or not, southwestern portions of the United States are actually going to be below average for some reason. This is for next week, though. Remember, this is for next week. This is not for this week. So that's what's going on there. When it comes to the temperatures, that's what I really wanted to look at there. Temperature outlook. Like I said, we're going to see a bit of warmer conditions out there towards the central and east. I mean, CPC really has the northeast being a lot warmer than normal, with an opposite phase happening in the west. I mean, obviously a lot more cooler air coming into those regions here. It's going to be a bit more cooler across those areas, a bit more warmer across the east and central states. So, I mean, yeah, that's days 6 to 10. So that's 6 days from now to 10 days from now. So that's basically like next week. And then from days 8 to 14, so basically like 2 weeks from now, or basically not next week, but the beginning of the following week, things are going to probably shift to a bit of cooler conditions in the south, and maybe a bit more warmer conditions in the north. Yeah, really a big change. I mean, it's just really all over the place, man. It really is all over the place. But so that's what's going on there. Also, precipitation on not this week, but next. Sorry, not this week, not next week. Or hold on, not this week, but next. Hold on, wait, days 8 to 14. So that's not for this week, starting next week into the following week. There we go. So a lot of dry conditions across the country there, maybe a bit more above average precipitation in the south. I mean, classic El Nino, though, that's just, that tropical jet that you have that just rolls right across the southern U.S., which brings, a lot more precipitation. That's just kind of a classic El Nino type of scenario right here. I mean, a lot more drier in these areas and a lot more above average down in the deep south. So, honestly, like I said, pretty much classic El Nino. All right, we're going to hop back to severe weather potential, y'all. We're going to bring our way back over here. Just wanted to talk about that here for a little bit. What's up, Brett? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Canadian? Hope you're doing all right. Let's see here. Praying for my son in LA. Yeah, LA is definitely getting hit hard, dude. Yeah, honestly, like one of the craziest flooding events in a long time, actually. It's pretty nasty. I mean, you gotta love those atmospheric rivers. They are definitely a bit brutal. Anyways, but yeah, let's talk about severe weather potential. So, like I was saying, we have a window here for late Friday with the last couple of model runs from GFS and European model. Like I said, we're obviously taking in consideration both of the models here. But yeah, when it comes down to it, I mean, we're going to have the possibility of seeing a bit of severe weather, possibly spark off there towards, the southern plains, with that instability working its way all the way up as far as possibly even out there towards Michigan. I mean, that's still kind of, up for grabs at this moment, but, it's a possibility that we could see that instability work its way up there towards those regions, possibly including Texas, maybe Louisiana, portions of Mississippi, maybe Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe Illinois, maybe Indiana, and Michigan. So we'll definitely see how this does play out here. I mean, like I said, the instability values is, nothing major. I mean, we're clocking in around 500 joules per kilogram, which, like I've said before, it can produce severe weather if other criteria is met. And with that being said, wind shear, that's what criteria needs to be met. With the strong winds, we do have ourselves a bit of a shortwave, a bit of a trough happening out here. So we'll go and hop over here to the 850 millibar. The jet stream dips down here and amplifies those winds across the atmosphere. So that will allow for enough wind shear to actually allow for the potential of maybe a bit of severe weather popping through. And like I said, on supercell composite, the models they've been pulling up a little window there of a bit of potential, mixing mostly instability and wind shear. That's what supercell composite really does. Is kind of puts those mixing, puts it in mixing mode there. And you can see how it does kind of reach in there towards Illinois, maybe portions like Missouri, Arkansas, Indiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Tennessee, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas. So, like I said, there's potential. There is potential. Let's see here, not Ohio. Like I said, obviously, I mean, things can still change a bit, but it seems like it's going to be pretty close to Ohio. But I wouldn't say it's you're in a bit of a concern yet. I mean, like I said, even this event, like I was saying, guys, this event will not be like a massive outbreak of severe weather or anything like that. I'm just saying, we're going to have the shot for a couple of strong to severe storms that could occur across some of these regions here. So we'll definitely need to be looking out there for that. Like I said, I'm really curious to see like whenever NAM reaches it, because this is 123 hours out, which is reasonable in long range forecasting. NAM only goes out to 84 hours, so obviously we're not quite there yet. So given the next 1 or 2 days or so, we'll start to see the NAM if all continues still holding up. We'll see if the NAM actually pulls that up or not. But yeah. Let's see here. Tabletop, you're good, man. Nothing going on for you, dude. Yeah, like I said, after this point, it's a little bit iffy. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot going on out there for you. So we go out to the 11th. Like I said, this is a little too far in my book, but there could be another opening for maybe some severe weather in the south, or enough instability anyways. It depends on wind shear and all that stuff too. Which, yeah, wind shear seems a little weak on the lower levels, a little weak in the mid levels, but that would be enough to maybe do something. But anyways, once again, too far out, that far to look out there for. Let's see. How is Houston going to be in the risk for the storm? Let's see here. So Houston, I don't see. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be pretty close. Once again, depends on the thermodynamics. In terms of capping inversions, if we have any, what the values are going to be, how much CAPE we have. Like I said, GFS really doesn't do well at that. GFS has never really been a good model to determine CAPE and cap essentially. So like I said, we're going to really have to rely on the a lot of the mid range models to come through in order to understand that. Probably way too early to tell, but the way things are looking, I think maybe a marginal to a slight risk. I mean, I wouldn't call it. I don't know. I mean, slight risk might be a little too much. If anything, I think it'd probably be a thunderstorm to a marginal risk. Will this affect Kentucky? Yeah, actually. Portions of Kentucky does have enough instability to possibly allow for some severe weather to occur. Like I said, we're going to hop over back to the Midwest area, which you can see Kentucky does have enough instability. I mean, like I said, really low amounts. I mean, it's not that much instability. But the wind shear helps combat that. As you can see, the wind shear across the region where the Cape was of like nearly 500 joules per kilogram. We have a nearly 40 knot lower level jet. I mean, that's pretty decent, actually. And that would definitely allow for the instability that is available to potentially organize itself into maybe a bit of marginal severe activity. So that's what we're looking at there for. Like I said, the thermodynamics not the best. Dew points are also pretty low. So this would be kind of more like what we call a cold core setup here. A bit of a cold core setup. So obviously looking out there for the potential there of those dew points there in the lower 50s and the temperatures. Look at this, we're getting mid 60s, which is very warm, very very warm. Here, I'll go ahead and show you guys the temperatures overall. I'm going to bring that up here. Yeah, I'm going to bring you all over to that event, but you can see how as we track way down in time, we're going to get ourselves a bit of cool air, or sorry, a bit of warm air. Really digging its way up here into portions of the Midwest and all that. How is LaGrange, Kentucky? Honestly, like I said, we're still watching out there for it. But that basically goes with what we just said. So looking out there for the potential. I mean, there's enough instability and all that. Look at that level, bro. Yeah, level 5. Yeah, I have that, guys. If y'all are, there's a lot of people who's wondering why it's a level 5. That's for flooding. That's for the flooding threat. That's not for severe weather, obviously. We're not in a high risk for severe weather. I can tell you that. But we do have 2 high risks of flooding, like really catastrophic type of flooding happening out there. Why is my scenes all messed up here, dude? I keep on changing these. Hold on. Not that one. Not that one. Maybe it's 3, maybe? Nope. Maybe it's 1. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why my scenes are messing up. Anyways, but yeah, like I was saying, is we do have ourselves a big high risk out there, like Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, Santa Paula area, Santa Clara. Definitely is. Definitely is pretty hefty. Let's see. My weather says freezing rain and sleet snow on the 12th of February. Yeah, looking out that far, I don't really like doing. Yeah, looking out that far is a little bit excessive. I'm going to have to move my scene again. Oh, maybe not. Shoot. But yeah, no. Dude, I don't know why the scene's all messed up here. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, looking out there for the 12th, I mean, that's, what, like 8 days away? It's still, a little iffy. Like I said, I only like really pushing out 5 days max. I mean, and anything further, I will look at if I have enough agreement between European and not just European, not just GFS, but like all the main models, like CMC, Icon, GFS, ECMWF, GDPS. All the main models. If I see some like serious agreement amongst those, then at that point I will consider obviously talking about it. But anyways, guys. All right, so guys, give me a minute. I'm going to take a quick little break here. I have to go do something real quick, so give me like 5 minutes. We shall be back here in about 5 minutes. So hang tight, y'all. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, grab yourself a snack, something. I just got to go do something real fast. Like I said, I'll only be like 5 minutes, so we'll be back here as soon as possible. All right, guys, y'all take care. We'll be back here in 5. Grab yourself a snack, something, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, we are back here. Sorry, I just had to take a quick little moment here. Anyways, my friends, we're gonna go and hop on back on into it, and we're gonna hop over here back to what we were talking about. So, if you guys are just joining us, and you are wondering what's going on here with everything popping through, like I said, we are watching out for the possibility of severe weather this Thursday, possibly Thursday into Friday. Okay, so Friday is the main day that we need to be looking out there for. Like I was saying, the models have been starting to trend here a bit between the European and the GFS, so the European model, the ECMWF, and the American model, the GFS. And we've been seeing how there, like I said, not a lot of instability available, but it should be enough if this does hold out to possibly produce severe weather. Now, during this time of the year, you can have low-end amounts of instability and high wind shear that could allow for severe weather still to occur. For example, like I said, in this event here, with all that instability we were just looking out there for, like I said, a little bit of instability working its way from the southern plains, going through and up here into portions of the Ohio Valley, there is enough wind shear. There is enough winds to allow for, obviously a bit of severe weather to potentially occur. Organization of storm structures could definitely be a thing with that wind shear that's in place over that cape or that instability. So with that being said, instability, once again, not that strong, but it does work its way up here deep into the Ohio Valley, possibly even up as high north as Michigan. And with that instability kicking off there, like I was saying, those dew points as well, not too crazy, but we do have ourselves a bit of a cold core setup potential here, as we do see a frontal system push through the region here overall. What's up, Jenny? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. See, first time wearing shorts is right. I'm wearing shorts right now, but that's kind of still normal here. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. So we'll have to definitely keep an eye. Like I said, it's really not far out either. I mean, this is not an extended, event. This is within reasonable realm of actually forecasting. I mean, this is within this week here, coming in for Friday. Friday is the day of we're watching the potential. So that's going to be kind of the news of the week here, is we're going to be watching this area of potential severe weather to occur. Like I said, instability-wise, there definitely seems to be enough potential instability. Once again, I've been watching between the models too, European model and GFS, so the European and the American model. They've both been talking about this and how there should be enough instability to possibly allow for maybe a bit of severe weather or a bit of heavy thunderstorm activity to occur. Let's see here. What's up, Chloe? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see. I had 4 waters today, says John. Nice. Good to see you're hydrated, man. Let's see. Santa Tracker says, "Hi, Andrew. It's nice to see y'all. And sorry about my username. I haven't changed it. Had a chance to change it. You're good. You're good, man." Joyce says, "Digging the merch. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got some pretty cool merch if y'all want to check those out. If y'all want to check out our cool merchandise and support us, that's the way to do so. That's one way to do so. So check out our merch. If you want to check out our merch, do !merch in the chat, and it'll pull up a link for you guys that you guys can look at and see that overall. Let's see here. Will there be any tornado activity? So honestly, that's still kind of up for grabs. I think mostly out of this event, if it did occur to be severe, I think it would be mostly in the realm of damaging wind gusts. I don't think it would be much of like overall, I don't think it'd be much of tornadic activity as of what I'm seeing now, but that could change. Marginal severe, like I said, potential hazard type, marginal severe. So marginal wind gusts, we're seeing as a good possibility. D-Cape, not the highest, but I definitely do think that, the main thing will actually be, mostly just straight line winds and stuff like that. Like I said, dew points there. Like I said, still a little low for for severe weather and stuff, but we do have a bit of a cold core potential here. And like I said, 60 degree temperatures out there, which is very warm for these regions. That's in Indiana, getting up in the 60s. It's gonna be very warm for you guys. Look at this. So there's the temperatures. You can really see how this low pressure system, which this is the main engine per se of the storm system. is a big low. Could be a bit of snow up on the northern side. So there could be a bit of snow up in here. Possibly occurring for some of those regions. But also, we're going to be seeing a big blast of cool air. So these little wind barbs shows the wind direction. You can see how that cool air is actually going to be working its way down into the United States, so mostly just keeping the north cool for now. But actually, on the opposite effect, since this thing's basically, obviously pulling down cool air and pulling up warm air, we're going to get a bit of that warmer moisture, warm air advection coming up here from the Gulf, and we're going to have that intersection point, which is just so happen going to be where the instability is. How does that happen? So that's where the instability and that's where the the thunderstorm potential is going to be there. But yeah, temperatures, man, look at that, mid 60s across like Illinois, Indiana potentially. That could be pretty good. That could be a big change for you guys. And once again, dew point temperatures, obviously you can see as the storm system rolls through, we do get that warm air advection, all that warm air pulling north. But, it's going to be more of a cold core setup there, I think, for portions out by, Indiana and stuff like that. I mean, we're having dew points in the upper 40s, which is for severe weather, not the best. Could be some elevated storms. That's what believes me to think that there's not going to be any tornadic concerns, really, is because of how elevated these storms are potentially going to be. They're not going to be low riding storms. They're not going to be surface-based storms. They're going to be like slightly elevated, slightly higher up than usual, the base of the storm cloud. So that could allow for, obviously, tornadoes to not be as much of a concern. So that's one of the things I'm saying with tornadoes is I don't think there's going to be that much of a problem with that, at least from what I'm seeing right now. Here's theta. Obviously, you can see the high theta values are really ripping in towards the the southeast, obviously, and working its way up there towards portions like the Ohio Valley and all that fun stuff. So yeah, definitely is looking pretty interesting overall. Wet bulb temperature. You don't really need to know much about wet bulb temperature. I mean, obviously, for meteorology perspective, it's an important tool, but it's not super, super important to whenever. It's more of a thing used for like hail forecasting and all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, so like I said, instability working its way down from the south, man, all the way from the southern plains, kicking up through portions here of the southeast, basically the western side of the southeast, and that instability working its way up there towards portions of the Ohio Valley. Once again, it's not just this model. Also, European ECMWF has been talking about it as well. The European model here, once again, here's a sounding we pulled a little bit ago showing enough instability across the atmosphere. Like I said, not a whole lot. Like I said, this in particular site shows it a little differently in terms of instability, but yeah, we could have some pockets over 500 joules per kilogram, which both models do support, as you can see throughout Illinois, Indiana portions out there. So we'll have to obviously watch out there for that because there is a bit of agreement between the models. Let's see here. Are we having an early start to severe weather season? I mean, this is a good sign of possibly some of that activity happening. So yeah, maybe. We'll see. I think we'll still see some pretty strong snowstorms probably later this month. At least like any big snowstorms like we were talking about right now that's happening. We're going to have to change the scene real quickly. It's on my radar view. But at least with all the, let's see. I've got to find the right one. There it is. At least with all the current activity from what we're seeing here, like I said, here's GFS. It doesn't look like any big... it really doesn't look like any big storm system or a big winter storm is going to happen. Now, obviously, like I said, with the system, this is going to be the one that drives potential severe weather, increases your wind shear, and it vects enough moisture and instability to possibly allow for storms to spark, elevated storms. Like I said, that's a possibility, and when it comes to it here, we have ourselves, maybe some snow possibly could occur on that northern extent. So we'll have to... definitely look out there for that. Also, like I said, right now, obviously we have the southeast getting drenched. Don't worry. We got some high pressure building in here pretty soon. So here for, a couple days from now, we'll have some nice high pressure in place, which will lead to some pretty nice conditions, and maybe another storm system far down in time for like mid-February could possibly occur across portions of the southeast. But at this point, it's a little bit far, and I wouldn't really trust it too much. I mean, the previous model run, you can see how dispersed they are. They're kind of all over the place. Big difference between the last two model runs. So that's leading me to believe, like I said, I'm not to look that far out there. But with this system, the one that's going to drive severe weather, I mean, you can see it's been there for the last several model runs. I mean, it's no new news. I mean, it's basically the same here. Let's see. Where do I think this will happen? Over the states I was talking about. Like I was saying, possibly throughout portions of like Texas, maybe Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, maybe Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, maybe Michigan. Still a little lenient on if Michigan's going to see it. It depends on how models trend and stuff like that, but some models do show a bit of instability, possibly lurking its way into portions of Michigan as well. So we'll have that. Anyways, let's see here. Santa says, "What is 46725 expecting for Thursday and Friday?" I might do my own severe weather live stream because I'm a home meteorologist. Cool. Also, don't self-promote, please. 46725. Let's see here. 46725. Indiana, which is across northeastern side. Okay, so yeah, like I said, the instability could lurk its way up there, basically for late Friday. Like I said, it's going to be kind of a cold, so obviously since you said you're a meteorologist, I mean, you should probably know what cold core setups are. I think there's going to be a cold core setup there with a bit of elevated storm bases. So you know what that would bring in terms of tornadic activity. So that's kind of what it seems like here. I don't think that would be too much of an issue, though. When it comes to obviously damaging winds, I think that's if severe weather was to occur, I think that I would say, or I think it's going to be mostly in the realms of, wind damage, straight line wind potential. Does Tennessee include Nashville? So Nashville, like I said, models obviously, are not the best. But across the region of western Tennessee, there is a possibility that the instability could be great enough to maybe spark off some severe weather. We'll just have to see how that materializes in the next couple of days. I mean, I want to see more support from it. I've been watching the GFS. Like I said, I've definitely been watching the GFS, the ECMWF for the last little bit here, and we'll continue to see how it trends to instability and a little bit of a capping inversion. But once again, GFS sucks at that. Let's see. Robert says, when is the severe weather? Like I said, Friday. Sorry, I had to say you were lying earlier. Like I said, yeah, Roberts, dude, whenever you were saying that I was lying in the beginning of the live stream, dude, like, why? Why would I lie to you guys about severe weather? I mean, seriously, I'm in it for helping you guys out, and I would never lie on this channel. If I say something, it's likely going to happen. Like I said, even in the title and thumbnail, I said there's a possibility. I didn't say that a severe weather outbreak is scheduled for Friday. I didn't say that. I said there's possibility. And obviously, when you guys joined here, like I said, I'm saying, hey, there's a bit of instability, could spark off severe weather, decent wind shear, kind of a bit of a cold core setup potential, elevated storm structure. Like I said, it's possible. I'm never going to lie to you guys, and that honestly really rubbed me the wrong way, Robert. So I really, like I said, I don't know why you said that. It's very annoying, honestly. Let's see. Rob says, who said was lying? It was, let's see, Gideon Roberts. He's the one who said that I was lying in the beginning of this. So it's like, yeah. If you think I'm lying, look at the screen right now. Instability. I mean, we even have freaking supercell composite popping up here. It's like, come on, man. Let's see. Thanks. I was wondering about Kentucky/Ohio. No problem, Tiffany. Anytime. But yeah, so like I said, that is kind of what we're seeing here. We'll just need to watch out there for it. And once again, like I said, just to show you guys more proof, because obviously, if you're gonna make a statement, you better have proof backing your claims. And obviously, in this case, I do, and I'm showing you guys once again GFS we looked at there. And like I said, once again, not a lot of instability, but in theory, this will be enough to possibly spark off some strong, if not severe storms. Considering that the overall wind shear is strong enough too. I mean, like I said, we're seeing basically, you know, upwards of maybe 600 joules per kilogram according to, you know, ECMWF, which is the European model. Also, this model too. If we go to forecast hour 126, which is right around when we were looking, you see the amplified wind jet, or the low level jet stream here we have. Sorry, mid level jet stream. Sorry, 500 millibar analysis here, or 500 millibar, you know, forecast from ECMWF shows like a really strong lower level, or I can't say lower level, really strong mid-level jet here, of nearly 100 knots in some areas, which is actually pretty crazy. And of course, the lower level winds, the GFS was showing about a 40 knot lower level jet here, and in this case, this model actually has it in some cases a little stronger, maybe 40, 50 knots. So we'll see. Let's see. Crystal says you're amazing. Thank you. Appreciate it. Going to be sunny all week next week in Brown Arrow, Oklahoma. Nice. All right, let's see here. Do I think this will go 15%? Honestly, I doubt it, you know, because a 15% risk is equivalent to a slight risk. I don't think this will go slight risk, at least from what I'm seeing now. If this was to go severe, it would likely remain in marginal, at least from the ingredients I see in place now. You know, elevated cold core setup, damaging wind potential, and that's maybe hail, actually. Maybe even some hail could be a problem. We'll have to dive more into that here. Let's see. Do 850. Actually, we got to do 850 millibar temperatures just to kind of see what's going on out there. Because, you know, we do have that sharp gradient of where it gets really cold. 700 millibar is really the level you look at for hail development. Yeah, no, we're definitely pretty cold up in the atmosphere around this level, so there will definitely be the potential maybe of some ice crystal formation and maybe some hail activity in the storms. You know, especially if you get a bit of hail development in that zone, and then you get some of that hail going down in your downdraft and shooting in those, you know, and shooting in the lower levels of the atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, another thing what we really look at there for is like wet bulb temperature. That's a very important thing for hail development, and also instability. But, you know, this is just a quick way of kind of seeing where our freezing point is, and it's right around the zone it needs to be for maybe a bit of hail. So I think, honestly, I really think it's mostly going to be like a wind threat, maybe hail threat, but tornado threat, like I said, I'm still a little iffy on that. The winds are there to support tornadic activity, but like I said, low dew points is pointing towards a cold core setup, so a pretty cold lower level atmosphere. It's more elevated storms, meaning the storms are higher, meaning that tornado odds are almost slim to none. Let's see here. Sign of Zero says Texas Watch. What's up? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Kaylee says, in my opinion, how soon do I think severe weather season could start in Oklahoma? I mean, I'd have to really dive into that, which, you know, like I said, right now, I mean, obviously, I don't think we're not expecting anything anytime soon for those regions there, if you're asking. I mean, this month, I doubt you'll see anything crazy. You'll probably start to see that right on March, April is whenever, you know, the Central Plains, like Oklahoma, starts to get that activity. Let's see. Let's see here. The 20th thread's over, just down to one severe thunderstorm warning in current area. Let's pull up the radar. Oh, yeah, we still got that one severe. All right, let's go hop to a little bit of real analysis real quickly, guys. We're going to take a moment. We're going to backtrack from future severe weather for a minute. We're going to go over to current time because we do have a severe warning in place. Of course, my scene's messed up still. Let me go ahead and fix that here for you guys. Where are you at? Oh my goodness, where are you at, dude? There we go. Perfect. Anyways, took me a million tries. But we do have... Ooh. Is that a hook there? There's no velocity under it. Anyways, got a little bit of a train of storms, a bit of severe weather popping through, a severe thunderstorm warning, including Satellite Beach. We got Cape Canaveral, Florida, included in the severe thunderstorm warning. Indian River City, Wilson. We have ourselves MIMS included as well. Areas of MIMS, though, obviously the storm's already passed you, so you're pretty much good to go. See, it's mostly Wilson, Bellwood, Fort St. John, Frontenac. Oh my gosh, Courtenay. Courtney, look! If you don't know, Courtney is Arctic. I always mess with her. But yeah, so Courtney, I don't think I've ever heard that. But yeah, Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach is included in the warning here. The overall threat is for the potential of actually 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in quarter hail. I want to pull up analysis. We're going to look at meso analysis, but also I want to look at the the latest soundings that they launched here recently. They just launched weather balloons up about 2 hours ago. And I want to check the instability in the vitals of the atmosphere, basically, and see what's going on up there. So let's see here. If I can find it. There we go. All right, so let's go in full screen back here again. I'm going to pull up the analysis here with the soundings and all that stuff. So give it a hot second to load here. Curly says, let's see. Big shout out to you and your team. Thank you. Do I think that Georgia will see any snow this year? Honestly, I mean, at this point, the window is getting a little bit thinner. But you never know. One storm system could definitely spark off the potential out there for a bit of activity. All right, let's see. We're gonna grab Tampa sounding here. So this was actual observed sounding here. This was from 0 Zulu, which is for the February 5th. In universal time, it's already February 5th. But this was an actual reading of the atmosphere that they launched on a weather balloon on a piece of equipment called a radiosonde. And basically it measures temperatures, kinematics, thermodynamics, all kinds of stuff up in the atmosphere. And wow, actually a lot of instability there. I mean, we have a 1,000 mixed layer. Most unstable reaches 2,000 joules per kilogram. That's a lot of instability. That's a pretty good amount of instability there. So our equilibrium level, this is basically storm top. This is how tall the storms is expected to get. Pretty low top thunderstorms, I'm not going to lie. This is between 6 and 9 kilometer tall storms. So, I mean, they're storms. They're not too high. But yeah, we got a pretty strong capping inversion up there, or a bit of a warm layer. It should continue to rise given the instability still available in the region, but it's the rising column of air is going to slow down once it reaches this level here because of a bit of a warming air inversion there. But yeah, pretty dry mid-level atmosphere. I mean, obviously this environment is still prone to severe weather, and this was as of like 2 hours ago. This is right around 7 o'clock, or this was at 7 Eastern time. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. Overall, winds are pretty strong. Photograph's a little funky, but but yeah. Let's see here. Check Georgia coast. You want me to look at a sounding off Georgia's coast? Good idea. There you go. There's a sounding off of observed radiosonde data coming out there from near. What was that? Savannah? No, that's near. Actually, I think that's Jacksonville. Yeah, that's Jacksonville. That's near the border. This one's Atlanta, but Atlanta does not have like any instability, so there's nothing going on up that high. But down towards the south side, big different story. Wind shear, could be a bit stronger, but is obviously enough to organize potentially some severe storms. Dew points, relative humidity at the surface is 100%, giving the dew point 63 and the ambient temperature is 63. So relative humidity is 100%. Really humid air down there. And of course, equilibrium level, once again, this is your basic storm top. This is where the top of your storm would be, because that's where your instability runs out, and that's where the atmosphere becomes stable at that elevation, which in this case, around 8 kilometers overall. Should I do like a series, maybe like a members live series, or not a live series, but a members series on, forecasting? I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe go into some of the details that us meteorologists and storm trackers use to, get their information from. Anyways, let's see. Cold in Georgia towards Atlanta. Well, let's look. Let's go and hop back over here to Sat View. See what's going on over here. So this is a current satellite view up there up in Florida, in the Georgia area. And let's pull up those surface temperatures. Let's see just how cold it is. Curious to see that. All right, so it looks like we're in the 40s, 50s. Looks a little bit chilly. Out there by the South Carolina coast and the Georgia coast, we're kind of talking maybe mid 50s, lower 60s there. And of course in Florida right now, I mean we're talking basically like mid 60s right now, kind of popping through. Yeah, it's still a little warm outside. And of course, you can see on the satellite view, most of Florida is clear at this moment. I mean, we got a little bit of cloud cover out to the west. Let me check radar. I'm not sure if that's any storms. Yeah, it looks like a bit of precipitation is being detected. And I mean, obviously, we have ourselves this here. Yeah, those storms popping off, which is that severe line of storms there. I got a severe thunderstorm warning out there by the areas of Cocoa Beach and obviously Cape Canaveral, Florida. Those regions out there. Rocket territory. What about Alabama on the coast? Don't think there's much going on out there. I mean, that's kind of where our surface low is, or near where our central low is located. Right out there towards coastal Alabama and coastal Mississippi. Obviously it looks like a bit of showers, maybe a bit of thunder showers popping through, but severe activity not expected. Let me pull up meso analysis. Actually, we're gonna hop back over here for a minute and look and see what's going on. For the south side, I mean, instability wise, yeah, there's not much energy out there. I mean, we're talking micro traces of instability, not a whole lot of energy available. But out there in Florida, southern Florida specifically, still has a pretty solid amount of instability. I mean, we're still talking, the instability being within the region of these areas here. So basically, these are the areas where the thunderstorm energy exists. So down in the south side of Florida, I mean, theoretically, the instability is great enough for some strong storms. Let's see here. What about the winds, though? The winds is probably what's limiting that factor. 30 knot lower level jet, not too bad actually. Mid-level jet here is around 65 knots actually. 65 knot lower level jet there. Mid-level jet, not too bad. So I mean, wind shear instability is there. Now we just need lift, which is a form to get that parcel rising. Let me look at models. Here, we're gonna hop over to models real quickly. First, let me actually just bring this over here. Here, let's load this up real quickly. I know it looks a little weird on the screen here for a minute. Okay, let's bring up HRRR here. We're gonna dive down to the south. We're gonna get rid of that flooding. But yeah, once again, we got a high risk for flooding, level top of the line there. All right, let's see. Probably going to need to turn on data as well. That would be very important. All right, let's see here. We're gonna roll up with the composite reflectivity here. We're gonna load some of that data and see what's going on here. 20 Zulu is just coming through. We'll use 19 Zulu for reference here. Whoa, that's weird. Why is it's a little messy. All right, let's just go to 18 Zulu. Wind, yeah, it is a little strong. I can't wait for warm weather. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of the cold weather. I mean, for me, like the 50s has become really, really cold. Okay, so models. Let's see here. Actually, I mean, current time is 9 o'clock, so that's basically from this point forward. So we're basically at this point right now where we're seeing those, group of storms rolling off the coast here. Yeah, it looks like a bit more precipitation is going to be coming in towards some of these regions here, coming out there towards central southern Florida. Proxy, what's up, Prox? Category 4 hurricane for 17 months, dude. Proxy, I tell you, you are an OG to this channel. You are a big-time supporter. Actually, Proxy, you're the #1 supporter on the channel. See, proud member and supporter for 17 months. Shazam, Andrew, NW26 family, potential of severe weather in Ohio. What's up with that? So, Proxy, first of all, thanks for being a true supporter for 17 months. Wow. So, yeah, we were just talking about that here. We're going to go hop on back. We're going to look at this here for you, Prox. Honestly, so like I was explaining a minute ago, we have enough instability or enough fuel for storms to pop off here. This is going to be happening for late Friday. You can see kind of this open window of, not a whole lot, but there is instability to roll through, which could be for portions out there towards, like the southern United States, working its way up through the Ohio Valley. Now, Proxy, specifically for you, while there might be some small traces of instability available, maybe a little bit of instability, but it's very, we call it capped out. Which basically is saying that storms likely wouldn't fire off. Proxy, I think you're going to be fine. I think the threat's going to die off to your west as that frontal mass rolls through. Something you probably will see, though, out of this event is maybe a bit of warmer temperatures. I mean, you can see some of the places out there by like Illinois, Indiana could be up in like the mid 60s, but for you, honestly, I mean, it's going to be a little cooler. It looks like you're in the realm of where we're not expecting much of anything crazy to happen. So I think you're good, Proxy. Yeah, I really don't see too many issues with you. You're probably going to get up there in the in the 50s for Saturday, mid-Saturday there. So, could be a little warm there for giving you a little bit of a warm spell. But anyways. But yeah, no problem for you. But yeah, for more to the west, actually. It could extend possibly into western Ohio. Like I said, models still need to see a bit of support from that. I still need to see the models run through and talk about all that. But we do have that instability window possibly leading as far north up in there towards Michigan. Like I said, once again, not a whole lot of energy available. But with that being said, we do got a pretty strong jet stream, at least across some portions. Like the lower level winds is going to be pretty strong. Let's see here, kind of, there we go, wind speed. So pretty strong. I mean, we're going to have around a 40-knot lower level jet, which could allow for maybe some organization with that instability that's available to spark off some severe weather. So anyways, but yeah, Proxy, I think you're good. Once again, Prox, thank you so much for being a member for 17 months. That is unbelievable. And much love to you, Prox. Let's see here. It's a snowstorm. It's not actually, there might be a little bit of snow included on the storm system here. So let's go ahead and work our way down. So you can obviously see as we work our way down in time. So this is actually the main system. So you can see that little line being developed here for pretty much the 9th. So you can see that there will be potentially a bit of snowfall on the northern extent towards North and South Dakota, maybe Minnesota. And this has also been the models for several runs and, several days at this point. You can see how recently they become pretty well organized and saying there will likely be some snow occurring. So North South Dakota is going to get some snow. I mean, obviously places out west too. In the upper elevations of the Rockies, they're getting slammed by huge atmospheric river that just continuously bombards portions there of of those upper elevations, and not just that, but those lower elevations too. Yeah, California got absolutely slammed by the storm system here. Really strong, almost like tropical type of wind speeds, which is pretty crazy. But it's not a tropical storm. Let's see. Kimberly says, sorry, but I'm a little late and confused. What's happening in central Louisiana? No problem. So let's see. That's not the view I want to go for. Okay, so down in Louisiana, whenever it comes to potential like severe weather and stuff like that, there could be a bit of instability available, as you can see, kind of there towards like the central northern side of Louisiana. Possibly could be enough to spark off a couple strong to potentially, like I said, potentially severe weather overall. And, whenever it comes to it, there could be enough. Now, when it comes to, like, winds and stuff like that, lower-level winds, they seem fairly weak. Overall. And, whenever it comes to the mid-level winds, overall, it seems like we're going to be relatively on the weaker side, too. But there definitely will likely be some organization still to occur, even in that little pool of instability. That's here for Friday. Remember, this is kind of late Friday. It's going to be popping off out there. But let's see. So here's a sounding, very dry mid-level atmosphere there that could possibly spark off maybe a bit of small hail, I think. Decape here, maybe your downdrafts could pull some of that hail down to the surface. So hail and I think personally hail and damaging winds is a concern. Oh my gosh. Proxy coming with a $50 donation on Venmo. Holy cow. Proxy, you definitely didn't have to do that. Saying, let's see here. Let me go ahead and read this. Wow, Proxy coming up with a $50 donation on Venmo. Holy cow. Proxy, once again, thank you so much. You really shouldn't have. Let's see what the note Proxy added here. Okay, so Proxy wrote saying, thanks for having the best weather channel on YouTube, Andrew. We're all safer. Let's see, for all the hard work you do for us. Keep up the fantastic work. A $50 Venmo from Proxy. Holy cow. Proxy, we love you. Thank you so much, and you are very welcome. Like I said, I'm glad to help you guys out anytime I can. And, you know, like I said, we're always going to be here. And no matter if it's, you know, rain or shine. I mean, like I said, we usually do live streams every day, so we're always here for you. But Proxy, once again, thank you. That is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Big shout out. Kimberly says thanks. I don't know if you're talking to me or Proxy, but if you're talking to me, you're welcome. And if you're talking to Proxy, yes, also thank you, Proxy. Thanks once again, Prox. That's very sweet of you. Much appreciated. All right, so here you go, guys. We're gonna pull up the not infrared, the water vapor. Yeah, water vapor, lower level water vapor here. So this is current view of satellite currently popping off. You can see the peninsula of Florida. So what's happening right now is, I mean, obviously we got those. Let's use a different color than red that kind of blends in with everything here. Also tune down the pin a little bit. So this area right here, we do have ourselves a bit of. Like I said, obviously we do have ourselves a bit of convection, a bit of thunderstorm activity rolling through this region here. And obviously off to the west here too, we do got a little bit of storm activity, a little bit of convection, a little bit of, you know, some rain and all that fun stuff out there. Now, all of this, given the models, what they were talking about, this is actually going to be tracking its way towards Florida overnight. So overnight, we're going to be seeing ourselves a bit of rain rolling into Florida again. It shouldn't be severe. It's not supposed to be severe, not expected to be severe. So it'll mostly just remain maybe moderate, heavy rainfall, which, you know, could just add to some of those rain totals. Let's see here. Proxy says, let's see, not rich, I just know the best bakes around. Oh, it's funny, Proxy. Oh my gosh. Once again, Prox, we love you. Thank you so much for all that you've done for us. Like, seriously, that just means a lot to me. And obviously that helps me out a lot. Helps keep me rolling and all that stuff. So generally, thank you, Proxy, for all of your support. And, you know, obviously really much appreciated. Let's see. What do I think the tornado probabilities will end up being? I don't think they're going to be much of anything. I think, so let's go and hop back to models real quickly. So what I was explaining a minute ago is that these storms will likely be elevated. And what I mean by elevated is the storm base is going to be higher than a typical severe thunderstorm. And with that occurring, overall, tornadoes in an elevated storm structure is, like I said, you know, obviously not really a thing. If you have an elevated storm, it basically prevents tornadoes from happening if the storms are too elevated. And the reason I think they're going to be elevated is, like I was saying, these dew points out there, it's going to be a cold core setup, which what I mean by cold core is that a cold core event takes place whenever, you know, the conditions on the surface are usually colder than normal, and it's usually kind of like lower or slightly above instability. So instability is mostly above U, which makes it mostly a cold core setup. We do have ourselves, like I said, enough moisture potentially to spark off some cold core storms, but I don't think there's going to be much of a tornado concern, you know, from what I'm seeing right now, which this is what ultimately leads up to is I don't think, I mean, even though we have the wind shear, the strong enough winds to obviously spark that off, but, you know, whenever it comes to it, that is, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. So, like I said, I think the main problem is going to be potential out there, maybe for some small hail, maybe for some gusty winds and all that. Ohio says, "Can I Venmo?" well, we do have our Venmo if you would like to support us. Like I said, obviously, if you know, we'd never ask for you guys to support us. The only thing we'd ever ask for is if you guys subscribe and share to help spread the word to keep people safe. But if you wanted to, say if you did want to support us, we have the pinned comment there in the chat. Just click on that. Our Venmo and our Cash App is there if you guys did want to support us. But like I said, obviously that's something you definitely don't have to do. Let's see. What about Worcester, Ohio? Like I said, Ohio, honestly, at this point, I mean, obviously we do have some of that instability that could reach into Western Ohio, which leads me to believe that there could be some possible form of threat out there at some point. But at this point, I'm kind of waiting for the models to see, as we get closer to this event, I'm waiting to see them become more clear as we start to get more models like NAM, which NAM is a short or kind of a mid-range model, which is more higher resolution and usually becomes, takes over, becomes more accurate as the event gets closer. GFS is a long-range model, which is not always the best to go off of whenever it comes to thermodynamics, because this model usually underplays instability sometimes, and also it kind of shows caps sometimes where there's not a cap. So when it comes to it, obviously, I'm really waiting to see what the NAM and stuff like that really shows. Let's see here. Proxy is an amazing sport. Oh, yeah. We love Proxy. I feel like there's been way too much severe threats down this year so far. Honestly, it's kind of typical, though. I mean, it is pretty typical. I mean, even La Niñas, for example, I believe the Mayfield event was during a heavy La Niña, I'm pretty sure. El Niños, we had some pretty nasty severe weather setups early January. We had a couple of pretty nasty, severe setups there. I mean, honestly, it happens. I mean, it happens. Both phases, El Nino, La Nina. I mean, it can happen. It can happen. Let's see. Ohio, is that 44691? I think that's Worcester, right? Yeah, like I said, we'll just wait and see. Let's see. But anyways. Yeah, so we'll just keep an eye on it, my friends. We'll see how things pull off. I'm going to actually, something I do want to look at, guys. It's probably going to bring me back to radar. Yep, sure is. Shoot. All right, let's go and add this back over here. That's not the one. That's not the one. That's the one. There we go. Okay. So what I wanted to look at was like CMC, which is another kind of mid-long range model. This model also, does it have any thermos on it? Like, doesn't have CAPE. Yeah, it really doesn't have CAPE, but it does show that storm system rolling through there. Let's see, what about Icon? Yeah, no, these models obviously aren't the best to look at, but they do show that storm system, the main low, that does spark off some snow up there towards like the Dakotas, and all that. Let's see, Tiffany says, thank you. You keep us all safe and telling us about the weather news. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, my friend. Like I said, I'm glad to help out. Just wanted to bring this potential to the table for you guys. I mean, obviously I wanted to talk about it a little bit here today, and just kind of mention what the possibilities are. So you guys heard it here first. But yeah, we're just gonna watch it. I mean, we're gonna watch it. Like I said, instability once again. Like I said, the thunderstorm juice is pretty weak. But I personally think that there could be some isolated severe storms, given the fact that we could have some isolated pockets of stronger instability. Not to mention the wind shear out there is, pretty decent actually, because we have that trough that rolls its way through. Let's see. To talk to you in real life, you're the best weather YouTuber or best YouTuber I know. Thank you, Ohio Farmer. Appreciate it. But yeah, once again, dew points here. Like I said, the dew points are pretty low, which, like I said, this is gonna be kind of what we call a cold core setup. Dude, anytime I hear cold core, it always reminds me of like a cold cut sub. Anytime I think of cold core, it's like, man, I want a cold cut sub. It's an Italian sub sandwich. If you don't know what a cold cut is, it's basically like you know, just really good sandwich. Italian cold cuts. Oh my god, love them. But yeah, anytime I hear cold core setups, it just brings me to sub vibes, man. It's like, dude, I want some sub now. But yeah, so I mean, that it should pop up. Like I said, once again though, the storms would be relatively elevated. You know, like I said, basically upper storm. So the base of the thunderstorm will be higher than usual, which usually rules out tornadoes. But I think that hail and wind damage, those are usually cold core events. You know, cold core storms. Yeah, usually we get ourselves some hail and damaging winds. The more I think about it, I'm actually coming up on the anniversary of a cold core setup I had in Virginia. It was back in 2020, I think. February 7th. It was my dad's birthday. Let's see here. Yeah. There was a little marginal they added. 2% torque, because I remember tornado warnings popping off. There you go. Look at that. So that was on February 7th. There you go. February 7th, 2020. Little marginal. I was there in Northern Virginia at the time they issued that. And I got hail from it, too. There's the damaging winds, and there's also... They didn't have a hail threat. I think that was in a later update, though. That was the... Oh, didn't want to do that. Whoops. Huh. Yeah, that was one of the events I remember going through. Ah, man, I really want to pull up that video now, man. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to see if I can find it. It's one of my old videos, so I can pull it up. Dude, that brings back so many memories. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up for you guys and show you this cold core setup. There's an old video I posted on one of my old channels. Let's see here. Let me go to my channel real quickly. I'm gonna go to my videos. Let's see. Okay, videos. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right, y'all ready for some media with Andrew? All right, so this was my old video I put out. This was back in 2020. So this was that cold core setup I was talking about. The winds were ripping.
Look at all that runoff.
I was a little happy. I don't know if y'all heard that. It said tornado touchdown.
Look at all that runoff.
Hey, listen to that wind. You can tell. Listen to the
Look at all that runoff.
Here. It said if you're in a direct path of a tornado touchdown, flying your roof danger skills power shelter. That was the weather radio. There was even hail. Look what happens whenever I got so happy. I got so happy whenever I saw hail.
32 tornado warnings. Is that hail? Oh, it's hail! Guys! Oh my god. Hold on. There's hail.
It was like little rice-sized hail. I was so happy, dude.
Yeah, we just got a little bit of hail.
Couldn't really show. Oh yeah, there's a shelf cloud. Yeah, look at that thing. That was a shelf cloud I caught before the cold core setup hit us. There's another one right there. Man. Yeah, dude, that was a long time ago, dude. That was pretty amazing. That's not what I wanted to go to. Why is everything the same? There we go. That was funny. Yeah, dude, that was an old video, man. That I don't know why, but that just like reminded me of that. It's like, man. Let's see here. Just one brave me. Dude, do I have any other videos? I think I had some more of where I used to like go out and storm chase and all that fun stuff. There's gotta be more here. I made a video a while ago. I know this is getting seriously off topic, but let's see here. I made this. This is 2019, dude. All right, we're gonna talk about this real quickly, and then we're probably gonna roll off here for now, guys. I'm getting ready to call it a shoot. Hey, look, who's that guy? Who's this guy? NW106. Never heard of him. 2019, dude. Holy cow, that was a while ago.
One spring day, quickly got out.
Oh, dude, I was basically there's a lot of my footage I put in here. Oh, there's my first lightning shot. One of the first shots I got. Dude, this is taking a trip to the past, dude. Yeah, there's another storm that rolled through. Got some nice cumulus towers popping up around me. Wow. Yeah, there's that lightning shot there. There's another one. That was actually my second shot I got. Third shot. This is my anemometer. My old weather station, man. Got a nice sunset that evening with all those storms. Is that the hail one?
Just knowing that I was...
Wait. Was that... No, that was 19. Never mind, that's not 2020. Okay, this is 2019 here. There was hail. Oh, yeah, look at that. Another instance of hail all over my porch. Oh, here we go. Show the hail size. That's about penny size hail. Yeah, it wasn't much of anything, but I remember being so happy, dude, that there was hail. Classic. Oh, dude, this is classic Andrew. Hold on. This was me in 2019, guys. Hold on. We're gonna let me hide my big head here. So this was me back in 2019. I look pretty dumb. I was posing for lightning. Dude, there was constant anvil crawlers, dude. There was like, I remember that storm being crazy. It was a big anvil cloud, a big supercell thunderstorm that was over me. I was an idiot. I'm still an idiot. And I would not advise that. That's very dangerous to do what I was doing there. But there was a lot of those intra-cloud lightning. It was freaking awesome, dude. And I was pointing back. I was like this. I was holding just like this. And I was just sitting there like, I was actually recording. That's right. I was recording. I had my phone. I was recording myself like a selfie. I'm just sitting there like posing until the right moment happened, and it did. But anyways, yeah, that was pretty neat. Another sunset. Oh, this is a beautiful shot I got. Look at this. Oh, there's an anvil in the background. Yeah, that was one of the supercells I chased that day. I was out there chasing. This was back in 19. Yeah, no, that was one of the supercells. I mean, I gotta go storm chasing again soon. I miss it. Very dangerous. And that was when I was pointing at that supercell. I was heading towards that way. Let's see here. And there's some more. Yeah, it was water tower. So that was the clouds from some of the lower level structure. Another lightning shot I got out there. That was at my house, actually. There's another one I got. And here's a sunset to follow, and that's it. Yeah, that was a really cool event. Storm chasing day. I don't know what day that was though. It was sometime in spring and summer of 2019. Man, that was good times. Good times, man. But all right, y'all. Well, I mean, we're obviously getting pretty far into live stream here. Just for a forecast. I know we went really off topic there, but it brought back memories, man. It's like, shoot, I really remembered all that. Let's see here. Okay, maybe I got a couple more to share with you guys, if y'all don't mind. Yeah, a lot of this old stuff. I don't know. It's just really cool. Here, let me show you. Yeah, hold it right here. Okay. Let me actually move you guys up north, or up here a bit. There you go. So there's, look at that. So there's time lapse. That was of an updraft. So whenever I say updraft, guys, this is what I'm talking about. A warm column of air rising up into the atmosphere. So basically what's happening in this case is a lot of warm air is rising up into the atmosphere. And whenever it comes to it, in this in particular day, there was a lot of energy or cape, but there was like no winds. The winds were very, very weak. Which this is what I was talking about. So this basically was rising. There wasn't too much wind shear. There's a little bit of wind shear at the surface, but up here it was pretty bland. And you can see the column, it starts to sink back down because it died. I mean, it died because essentially the updraft collapsed on itself. It got to a point where it couldn't hold the weight anymore, and it just kind of fell on itself. But yeah. When is Ohio supposed to get the storm getting here? It'll be probably around, we're talking Friday. That's the day. But like I said, we're still watching the potential out there for some impacts. And we're still watching for potential impacts in Ohio. Let's see. Oh, here's another one, dude. This was in the Anvil cloud. This is one of the days I was storm chasing. This was in 2020. Look at that. That was a beautiful cloud, dude. That was a beautiful storm. Look at that supercell. Got those rising columns. Expanding shelf here. Or, sorry, expanding anvil. I had to move my camera a bit there. Yeah, dude. That was quite a storm, man. Here, let me do something. I'm going to... I want to get back into this, dude. We're gonna change this to 2x speed. I want to see this thing in fast action. There you go. Look at that thing. Oh, man. Going back on memory lane right now, y'all. Oh, that was pretty cool, dude. Let's see. All right, we're going to hop on back here. I really don't have too many more videos to share. Might got a couple. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude. I got some videos from 2018, but I'll save those for another day, guys. We're gonna obviously get away from this topicness. But I just wanted to share it, man. Just wanted to share some of those old footages. Now that I live in Florida, there's a lot of this activity, so we get a lot of storms and all that stuff out there, and all that. Let's see. But anyways. But all right, you guys. Well, I think we're gonna roll off here pretty soon. So once again, if y'all did enjoy this, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you haven't. It'd be greatly appreciated, y'all. And once again, like I said, we'll definitely be back here for some more updates tomorrow. I'll definitely be back here for you guys to do some more updates on there. Once again, we got a really nasty storm out there slamming into California right now. Pressure of 980 millibars, very strong low. Continuously driving a lot of heavy precipitation out there. Let's go ahead and loop that to 50 frames. Why don't we? And we'll go ahead and turn up the frequency of speed here. So yeah, really nasty storm rolling through. It's already February. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night, Ohio Farmer. Thanks for joining. Off topic is okay every once in a while. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, especially there towards the end of the live stream, because this live stream we've already went over like everything many times. So, Proc says thanks for another great informative stream, Andrew. No problem. You know what? I'm gonna start making more videos of like I used to back then. I think I really want, like, whenever I get storms, I'm gonna fully go out. I need to save up for a camera though. That is one of the things I'm gonna start saving up for, but it probably won't happen anytime soon because taxes are coming up and government's taking my money, the money I don't have. So, anyways, but yeah, no, I'm gonna get a camera here soon. I have this camera that you guys are seeing me with right now. That was actually the camera I've been using back in 2020, and I got it back in 2020. That's the camera right there, the one that you guys are seeing me with. That's the one I used to use storm chasing and all that. I'm gonna buy another camera. I want to get a new one so I can get some better shots and stuff like that. So that's gonna be my new save up thing. is I'm gonna start saving up here for a new camera so that I can get, some pretty cool footages and stuff like that. But cameras, unfortunately, are way expensive. So that's what you have a phone for. Well, my phone's not the best. What's the cost of the camera you want? Well, I'm getting one that's like $500, but like I said, we're gonna have to save up for that over time. What's up, Isabel? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, my phone camera is not that good. Not good. But, all right, you guys. Well, once again, thank you all for joining. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Is there any final questions you guys might have before we roll off here? Like I said, if there's any questions you guys might have, like I said, feel free to let us know. Let's see here. Be safe, and I'll be praying, trusting God. Absolutely. So see you later, Ohio farmer. Have a wonderful night, my friend. But yeah, like I said, guys, once again, we're going to be live again here for, like I said, we're going to be live again here for tomorrow to give you guys some more updates on the severe weather potential and all that stuff. So we'll definitely be here for you guys for that and all that stuff. But anyways, well, you guys take care. Once again, like I said, if y'all have any, questions or anything like that, does the NAM stand for a never accurate model? That's the joke that me and my friends say. NAM actually stands for North American model. It's a mid-range American model. But NAM is, yes, I abbreviate never accurate model. But yeah, no, it's North American model. Let's see here. Am I doing a member stream soon? Probably could. I probably should, actually. So yeah, we'll do that here probably soon. But all right, guys. Well, once again, thank you for joining, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And like I said, we're gonna head off here. But it's never accurate, right? I mean, it has its moments. It has its moments. I mean, it's accurate. GFS goofy for sure. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to save that one. Oh man. All right, you guys. You'll have a wonderful rest of your night. Like I said, we'll be here live tomorrow. Not sure what time yet, but we'll head up. We'll go back live for you guys overall, and we'll be here for you guys for another update. And all right, guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Like I said, stream's gonna head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, anybody else you're hanging out with out there. Once again, a big shout out to our donators. We had ourselves Proxy was a donator today. Thank you so much for the whopping $50 Venmo donation. That's actually really crazy. So once again, Proxy, much love to you. Thank you so much. Very, very sweet of you. And also, thank you for being a member for 17 months, Proxy. Much love to you. And, but all right, CFS coffee for sure. I'm going to have to think of some, guys. Yeah, I'm going to have to think of some, and I'll let you guys know. I'll put it in the community page. How about that? Or the community page. Whenever I come up with some good ones, I'll be like, yeah, I'll put them up there. So, guys, look out in the community page. All right, y'all. Much love to you. Y'all have a great night. I might do a gaming live stream later. Once again, it's not family friendly, the gaming channel. It's a little more of Andrew and less of family friendliness. So follow at your own risk. Like I said, this channel obviously is family friendly. I keep things family friendly here, but we get a little carried away sometimes on our gaming channel. So if you want to follow that, we're almost at 100 subscribers. So if you guys want to help us out, go to our main channel and post or actually go to our main channel there. And there's an account called Druby, and that is our gaming channel. If you guys did want to check us out and all that, but yeah, we're close to 100 on that channel, so hopefully we can get that there soon. All right, guys, stream's heading off here in 20 seconds. Y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. Catch you later on.